Good evening. My name is Lucie Lederhendler. I'm the curator at the Art Gallery of Southwestern Manitoba. We are delighted to be gathered for an artist talk by Clemente Villamayor, who may or may not talk about his artist name during his artist talk. I'm just going to read a quick bio by way of introduction. Clemente Villamayor Jr. was born in Angono, Rizal, Philippines, a well-known town for talented artists and musicians in the country. It was Tuesday, the 5th of October, 1976, when his mother, Elcinda, an elementary school teacher, gave birth to him, and Clemente Sr., his father, who worked in a textile company. His town is famous for having two of the most renowned national artists. One is famous when it comes to music, and one is renowned in painting. National Artist Award in the Philippines is an honorary title as a highest recognition of significant contributions to the development of Philippines arts and letters. It's like winning a lottery if you receive this award. He got himself into drawing at a very young age. While normal kids were playing, he spent his time drawing and painting. He joined and won numerous art competitions, both provincial and national competitions. He also became a finalist at a DECS DOST science art competition when he was in grade 5. With his talent that he possessed, his mother was always beside him throughout, and she supported him all the way. After he finished high school, he enrolled in a 2-year commercial arts program. This course is a diploma program, and it is preparatory to advertising. After that didn't go as he planned, he lost his self-confidence, and also because of the abundance of talented artists in his town, it made his career more difficult. So he changed his career and became a cook. Cooking is another thing that he loves doing, also artistic, I would say. For almost 15 years, he worked as a cook in the Philippines and Singapore. With this experience in the culinary arts, he made his way in working and finally to live here in Canada. He worked as a cook at a fine dining restaurant in BC and also in Newfoundland and Labrador. In 2014, he got a job offer in Newfoundland, and he met Rochelle, his future wife, who is also from the Philippines. By this time, they are married with 2 children, Nicole and Denise. After receiving his permanent residency, he decided to move to another province, which originally he planned on moving to Winnipeg, since most of his relatives lived there. I didn't know that. But before moving to Winnipeg, he planned on meeting his former classmate in elementary, who he hadn't seen for a very long time, who lived in Carberry, Manitoba, and he ended up looking for a house there in town, decided to settle down with his family. He started working in a hog plant in Brandon and stayed there for a while, but since that is not what he really wanted, he shifted to another job, which is to be a cook at the casino, before getting a job at the hospital. He stayed there for 2 years before getting a position at Beautiful Plain Division as a custodian, which is the collegiate in Carberry, right, for more than a year now. Getting back to painting, he started thinking about what to do in cold winter days in Manitoba, especially during the ongoing pandemic. The idea of getting back to painting is when he told his colleagues that he used to paint back home. He's planning to go back to painting when he retires, but his colleagues said, why wait to retire when you can do it now, when you are still able? This is the principal, hey?
That's a custodian cohort.
Oh, okay.
But
the principal called me and said, I don't know how to help this artist become an artist. Yeah, I'm going off script, excuse me. Because of his passion for the arts and his love of making drawings, he often leaves drawings on the board of some of the teachers' classrooms. And one of the teachers asked him if he can help out by teaching art. And one of his colleagues also told him that he could show his work to the Carberry Arts Council. And that was the beginning. From then on, he pursued his career of painting, and it took over his living room, which is now his studio. So, welcome, Clemente, and thank you so much for giving us your time to do this artist talk with us. I'll pass it over to you.
Thank you so much, Lucie, for having me here. It's really an honor talking. I didn't see myself sitting here talking to you guys. I'm going to show you my old works from 2022 till present. This is a self-portrait of mine. I use a recycled canvas, and the medium is spray paint and stencil. I cut it with my bare hands, the stencil, and Actually, I sprayed this one by one. So I spray one and then let it dry and then until finish the thing. It's just a silhouette of my face. And this one is a new work that I did in the university. It's a sfumato theme painting that I did. It's what do you call this? A bed in a basement and a window, just capturing the light of the room. And I didn't know I could do some sfumato because I was on textured brush. But this one is, I think I redo it 10 times, I think, just to capture the picture that I'm copying. Plus, in school, the critics, you need to follow what the critic says. And I thought I finished already. After I knew I finished the work, I submitted it, and then my teacher said, "No, it's not just finished." But I didn't care. Like I redid it. Like what I said, I redo it like 10 times, I think, just to be perfect. And I was just gonna brag. I got the A+ on this class, and I really, I'm really proud of myself by doing this. This is the second to the last project that I did. These are nude freestyle painting that I did. It's just a recycle canvas again, but it's on acrylic again, and it's just a freestyle painting that I did, like a sad woman side by side. These are, again, two nudes that I only from my mind. It's just, I didn't sketch this in the paper or whatever. I just paint this straight to the canvas. And this one I used acrylic and then alcohol just to soften and wash the colors. I used the orange base first and then some acrylic paints, and same as that piece. Oh, these are my COVID paintings that I themed when COVID came. Like it says doom, and all I think of COVID is just like wearing masks and everything. And this one are actually there. Oh, this spray paint cans. I displayed this in Nipo 2 years ago. I did this because of not that I'm a green guy but I was just thinking, where do empty cans of spray paints go? No one recycled those, and it just goes to the dump. And then I think I said to myself, I can do something out of it, and that's what I did. I put it in a board. I stapled it at the back, and then put it in a frame, and then started to paint it. And then I think I did 3 of this. So that's my wall in my house. Like everything has paint, and that's one of those canned spray paint canned art. So these are some of my first paintings here in Canada. Some of the famous singers, John Lennon, Paul McCartney / or Elvis, George Harrison, Gordon Lightfoot, one of my favorite. And this one too is a COVID painting. It's like the upside down people, people. This one has masks, and this one are just without masks, like pre-COVID that I did. So mostly when I started painting in Canada, it's like abstract and abstract mixed media. And I used acrylic and spray paint, mix it. So while the acrylic is still wet, I'm gonna use spray paint. And when it dries, the bubbles from the water from the acrylic makes some textures when you apply the spray paint when it's still wet. That's why there's some chemical reaction. These are recycled board again that I use. This is Johnny Cash. Mostly it's pop art that I was doing before, like 2022 to 2023. And this board I just made it and then put a base and then start stencil plus acrylic markers. These are some of the pop art that I displayed in Dauphin in Watson Art Center. It's mostly stencils and spray paints, like the Beatles, Basquiat. I like Basquiat, and this one is a band in the Philippines called Philippine Violators, and I idolize Banksy too, so mostly it's the idea came from Banksy when I made this. And I'm a Back to the Future fan, #1 fan. So a DeLorean here, and a DeLorean here again. And again, a Banksy, but I put a student watching Banksy's artwork. That's what I did here. And these are the Western theme that I did in Watson too. I displayed this in Watson and in Wasagaming. First things first, the idea that I'm getting on my paintings are mostly in movies. I get ideas in movies. Me and my wife always watch movies, and all the ideas that I'm getting mostly is from the movies. And then after I watch it, then I could sketch, and everything that I like there, I could paint, and I get inspiration in movies. So these are Clint Eastwood movies inspired painting. And when I was young, I always liked to play cowboys and Indians, and I like cowboy western movies with guns, and so basically it's my childhood too, doing this western theme. Those are some of the western theme that I displayed in Wasagaming and in Watson. Mostly spray paints and acrylic markers. And this is a palette that I just took from the dump, and maybe I said to myself, maybe I could use it. And I said to my wife, if we have no more money buying canvases, I could use those palettes. I will still be painting. I could still use those palettes. And yeah, these are my Magnificent Seven. My so these are from the movies too, and all spray paints and stencils. These are stencil too, Clint Eastwood. Fistful of dollars, I think. And this one is a project in the school again. It's about my dog. It started as a two-tone, and then after it was graded, my teacher told us to redesign the portrait of a dog. I added a swimming pool in this painting. Because it was so plain when I finished the two-tone portrait of a dog. So what I thought, maybe it would be cool to put the dog inside a pool, and it went well. I think I got an A+ again, I think, here in this painting. So you could see there's a leg swimming on top, and that's about it.
That's it?
Yeah.
So let's have a conversation. Turn on this mic. Does anybody have any questions off the bat? I'll ask. So I neglected to say that you're in school now. You
Yeah.
just finished your first year.
Yeah.
At Brandon University,
Yeah.
getting your Bachelor's of Fine Arts. I know one of your teachers, who actually I assume is the teacher that you were, because it's familiar,
Yeah.
was walking down this exhibition and said, if this was my class, I would tell him to get everything out of the center, stop being so symmetrical all the time. And I said, don't, you're going to ruin him. But it seemed, because I think that's really part of your style. It's like you've been working from yourself for so long, that when you see something like a traditional painting,
Yeah.
amid all of those spray paint, found object things, how do you think that having worked kind of renegade for so many years affects the way that you can learn how to do traditional art?
Honestly, when inside Miss Professor Reed's class, it's like I was choking. It's I wanted. It's like I'm shy to show what I can do. Maybe because of I'm used to paint by myself. And now with my classmates, I just don't want them to think that I'm too, what do you call this? cocky or whatever, something like that. But
Sure.
and the ideas too, it's so many, and plus the feeling is someone is holding my hand. Like if I'm gonna do this, the one holding my hand wants to do here. Like it's.
And you feel like maybe it's not your work? It's not as
Yes,
sincere
yes.
somehow. Ah.
I feel that this one is when doing like the sfumato that I showed you.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Yeah. Do you think that it's going to contribute to future work when you get back to being able to
But
be
not.
yourself?
But yes, yes. It already contributed to my artistic journey.
Yeah.
I didn't know the word sfumato and.
Words are important too,
Yes,
just
yes.
to describe things.
And some artists that my professor introduced to me, I was amazed that the artists, the many great artists that she showed us, like Rauschenberg. I was seeing already Rauschenberg's painting before, but I didn't know Roy Rauschenberg. Yes. And after that, seeing Roy Rauschenberg, I said, what Roy Rauschenberg was doing before is what I like, and it's like they were saying that these artists they wanted to call themselves like assembler.
Yeah.
Assemblage. Assemblage.
Yeah.
They assemble things and.
You can see he used a lot of license plates as
I
well.
know,
There's a
yeah.
place with the license plate.
So,
Yeah.
and that's what I was doing before, and I could draw human anatomy or human anatomy paintings, but what interests me is the colors, the textures, the shapes, and found objects. That's what I enjoyed doing, or building things.
Yeah.
Out of nothing.
Right. The recycled, one of the options for the title of this exhibition that we have on now is Recyclé,
Yeah.
which is Tagalog, but easy to understand what it means in English, for recycled materials,
Yes.
because that's so central to your
I know.
practice. And now that we're doing work on canvas, which there is some of
Yes.
here, do you feel that are you trying to, in what way does the canvas change the way that you're painting? Does that make sense as a question? It seems like you're kind of trying to problem solve recycled materials.
Yes.
But when you have a canvas, you have to almost recycle it yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doing what I'm doing right now is I don't need a brand new canvas from Michaels or whatever. A nice wide board would do me. I could do an art on that thing. Any kind of material that could be teared by hands, I could make it as an art. It's just putting it, glue it, and then let it dry, and then put a white base again, and then next step will be the colors that I could pick on what to put on that painting. That's easy.
So with the canvas, you find that you have to do some construction before you even know what kind of painting you're going to be putting on?
Without the fine objects, without the materials. If it will be plain canvas only, I will be sketching in it, and I needed a study. But this kind of work, I think I did it for 30 minutes or an hour, just long, in one.
Most of them are really fast made.
Yeah,
quickly made,
I made it in my dining area because my studio at the back was so full of stuff, some of papers, junk.
Yeah.
But
so you mentioned that if we can talk about this exhibition now, that a lot of your inspiration comes from movies.
yes.
And then school has been helpful as far as finding other artists that you can draw from. But in this case, it's very much thinking about your home.
My
Your country of
yes,
origin.
yes.
Yeah.
Those shanties that I did, it's not totally uh, for the urban poor. The national house of the Filipinos it is called Bahay Kubo. It's a makeshift nipa hut. It's just a box with stilts in it. Some are in northern Philippines in a town. It's like Banawe. It's those native houses. They made it have stilts so wild animals won't go to them and attack them at night. So that's why there's stilts in it. But in reality now, in urban poor Manila, people who don't have any houses just build anywhere they want, rivers, under the bridge, and
and there's a legacy, you think, between that traditional house.
yes, but seeing it personally, it's sad.
Yeah.
But in my artist point of view, there's a lot of obstruction in it. It's like just spaghetti wires that you could see. I like those.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's like urban. It's like urban art for me. And what I'm seeing, those houses, those squatter houses, the shanty houses, the abstraction of it, the layeredness of it, it makes me want to do paintings from those subjects. It's not easy to make shanty houses because you cannot redo it. It's so different. It's difficult. The layeredness of it. It's so hard to do.
I think it's interesting that you are going to canvases when your inspiration is coming from these houses that are built the way that you've built your paint surfaces before, just what's on hand, how can we turn this into the thing that I'm picturing in my head, whether it's a structure, a residence, or a work of art.
I was inspired too on some of the national artists in the Philippines who's doing shanties too. There's some artists, national artists in the Philippines, Jose Hoya and Mauro Malang. They're doing houses, shanty houses, and this famous artist in the Philippines sold a lot of paintings. They inspired me.
Is it a common motif now because of the social issue? Because it's an important social issue.
I think it's a common motive for Filipino artists to paint those houses.
Yeah.
For social issues. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the urban poor is also reflective, if I understand correctly, of a decline in agricultural industries.
Correct.
And big fishing industries have taken over smaller fishing industries. Is this correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. People from the south moved to the north to Manila to find easy job. But as people moved to Manila, people made it crowded. The population just boomed, and
there weren't enough jobs.
No jobs and no place to stay, and that's why they just made their houses anywhere they want. Government can't control them, and
because there's too many.
That's the saddest part. Then government cannot help them. That's why I was so thankful for what I'm having here, and making this exhibition is just to be people get aware of what's happening in my country. Well,
and I think there's something really beautiful about the fact that you do live remotely.
Yeah.
And you don't need to go to the major urban centers in Canada for your career to take off. Here we are in Brandon. It's a city, but it's not a major urban center. Yeah. Are there any questions now? Put it back. What does a cozy mean?
Cozy? Oh, I am.
Oh, okay.
I am.
There you go. Can we go back to the first slide? oh, sorry, the stencil. So you hand drew these stencils of
Yes.
your face. This is early, you said. This is quite a few years ago. Let me just check the recording. Do you hand draw all of your stencils?
Some of it. It's just paper stencils.
Yeah. And you have, tell me more about.
Sometimes I reuse it, but most of it, if it's worn out, I throw it. Like this one is repetitive. It's just a small stencil that I made, and
See this? Sorry, that's changing the subject. I wanted to say this is obviously
Stencil.
a
Yes.
sfumato effect, though.
Oh, sfumato.
So that's something that you've learned, but you didn't know that you were doing it before.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I did it. It's a spray paint and then a stencil too, and mostly this one some of it I reuse it to one stencil, but I use it in a different canvas and put it a different color.
Right. Because making a stencil isn't as easy as you're making it seem. You have to really
It's not
analyze
easy.
your picture.
You need to put some bridges in your stencil, not so it won't tear up. And the reason why I like stencil is the sharpness of the image. It makes look like it's a photo for me. And you sometimes I don't want my art to have like the subject. I don't want to see the brushstroke of it.
Right. So spray paint's going to be
Yeah,
useful for that.
and the stencil.
Yeah. Is there any association, though, to like stencils are often used for illegal artwork?
Sorry?
Illegal artwork, vandalism, right? Because they're really fast.
I
Because
know.
they're really, really
Yes.
immediate. And you work quickly.
Yes.
But there's definitely an association with urban art, with illegal art.
The urban art scene, I like wall art. I like graffitis,
Yeah.
and I haven't seen the graffiti gallery in Winnipeg. I wanted to see that.
Yeah.
But the putting an artwork in a wall for me sometimes.
Like on an outside wall.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if the owner or if it's a public property, it's okay. But mostly those artwork, I wanted to put it in a canvas to show it in a gallery and
Yeah.
better.
That has such a when you do something on canvas, it's something that you can move around, that you
Yeah.
can own,
Yes.
right? That you can change the context of. Where when you do something on a public wall, it's like you're putting your own self on that wall forever,
Yeah.
right? It's like
I know,
creating kind
yeah.
of a monument.
But sometimes it will be some people disrespect it,
Yeah.
pee on it or whatever. I don't want my artwork to be like that.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, we're
But I
opening-
had a mural in Carberry,
Yeah.
in a restaurant called Callahan's. So he wanted me to put a painting there in the wall of his restaurant. And
big one, the full wall.
yeah, I
Cool.
did it one summer.
You know, the city of Brandon has created a new public art program where they took the money that had been being used for graffiti removal. And the visionary woman, Amanda Dupuy, who was in charge of the graffiti removal program, said, I hate the idea of removing things, just constantly saying, like, no, because it just comes back, right? She knows exactly, it just comes back. Let's leverage that funding into creating outdoor art, which really doesn't get vandalized that much.
Yes.
You know, like there's I think 11 pieces that went up in 2019 in Brandon, and they're in pretty good shape. You have to maintain them a bit, but there is a certain amount of like protection to that. Keep an eye on it. Do a mural someday. There's money.
I
now.
hope so. We're here in Brandon.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome. Do you have any questions for me?
Hi, Pat. That's my student.
Excellent.
She is my student.
Excellent.
Yep.
Yeah. So we were just doing a full overview of work up until this point, and talking about how we went back to the Philippines for this particular exhibition. And the first art that I ever saw from you was definitely Manitoba landscapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was when I started painting here, I haven't seen myself on what subjects do I wanted to paint. So I was doing Canadian scenes,
Yeah.
landscapes, and just to because I was looking on some of the works here of the Canadians,
Sure.
and I'm still on my journey on what style of painting that I wanted. I think the journey I did already. I found that what style that I was looking. I think I found it already.
You think you're going to stay in school then?
I can't say yes. I can't.
Yeah. At least one more year.
I,
You're planning on going back next year?
I hope there's no management and.
There's going to be management in school.
I hope it's only, but it's not. But the management course sucks.
Oh, yeah.
But I hope so. But there's a lot of options too.
There are a lot of
Yeah.
options. It's just about when you're talking about personal style, I think it's something that everybody has, like, I believe it. I'm a teacher, right? I believe that
Oh.
exposure to art is a really important thing, being an artist.
And learning to be good is to be with artists. That's why what I was taught of.
There are definitely skills
Yeah,
that you can
learn
learn.
it. You learn it from your co-artists and
Yeah.
classmates.
And the nice thing is that if you know how to do everything, then you can be sure that what you're doing is what you're choosing to do.
Yes.
Instead of just what you know how to do, right?
At least
So-
there's some guidance in
Yeah.
it. And I believe in school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the younger students, of your colleagues, the hard part is when they leave school, they don't have assignments anymore, and they've run out of ideas. They've forgotten how to have ideas, and that's never going to be a problem for you,
Yeah.
because you keep watching movies, creating things, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't get bored on sketching or thinking of what ideas that I wanted to paint, because there's a lot of ideas
Yeah.
to paint. There's a lot of ideas to paint. It's just I want every show that I wanted to do is I wanted to have a team, at least one team to do,
Yeah.
not to concentrate at one team.
So what have you done now? We have the condos here. We have the spray
I
paint.
got
from
the
people.
Western themed.
The Western
I got this shanty themes. I was thinking of old Filipino costumes and traditions and old Filipino pictures that was
Like pre-colonial?
Yeah,
Old? Yeah,
something
cool,
like that. Like,
cool.
and maybe some what do you call this? Filipino folklores. There's a lot of folklores, and
Yeah.
I wanted to do that.
Yeah. Last summer we had Marigold Santos
Yeah.
in the main gallery,
Yeah.
and I know her best for paintings of the aswang.
Yeah.
Which she translates to a spirit that haunts the prairies, the Canadian prairies,
Yes.
right? She's in Calgary, but
Aswang is creepy. It's nasty, and the woman
she's divided in two,
get
right?
detached to the body, and
Yeah.
you could kill the aswang with salt. You gotta pour the salt on the tummy of the woman, and
Hideous.
it's creepy.
Yeah, she uses it as a metaphor for being divided by the immigrant experience of having a homeland and a home that are different, right? But there's also just the idea, I think, that mythologies haunt, they travel with you, right? Obviously.
I spoke to some natives. They say we don't talk about that, man, 'cause they will hunt you.
Yeah.
If you talked about these things, they got some good. I got some native coworkers, and I was talking about this aswangan, and no, it's like taboo. You don't speak about that.
Yeah.
They will hunt you.
I don't remember which moon it is, but there's a winter moon in a Ojibwe cosmology, which is the only time you're allowed to talk about the gods, because they've fallen asleep under this first moon. Yeah.
I respect these people, and I like native art too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it's always aware of, I think, not always, but those pieces of art that are always aware of the positionality of the artist, in the same way that your Filipino-ness will travel with you no matter what you're painting, right?
Yeah. When I started to paint again, I was thinking, what will I paint, and what should I paint? I didn't think of painting again my life in the Philippines or the theme from the Philippines, because I wanted to be a Canadian first thing, like to adopt Canada first. But now my hands are putting it to the canvas is from the Philippines, and I say I can't cover up what I came from, and I think it's about time to tell people what I came from, and to tell them the story about how I started.
Good.
The first movie that I watched that I fell in love with Canada is Fly Away Home, and it's Jeff Bridges and Anna Paquin.
Okay.
It's about the birds' migration. I fell in love with Ontario, and I'm gonna live in Canada. It was 25 years ago when I watched that movie, and I said to myself, I'm gonna live in Canada.
Sorry, this only gives me half an hour of recording time at a time. So, what are you chewing on now, as far as your next?
I'm on a hiatus a bit.
You're on
I'm not doing.
You don't have to tell us.
I'm not doing anything yet.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm just enjoying the summer.
Sure.
I did already 2 shows this year, so that's why I'm caught up already. I think. I'll be doing 2 shows again next year. It will be in Verdun and one in Verdun and one in. I forgot that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Arts Mosaic.
Yeah, Art Mosaic, and it's like near Boise Bend, but I think this show will be going straight to Nipoa this September.
Oh, great. At Arts Forward.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
That's about it.
Are there any questions for Clemente? Yes.
Thank you so much, Lucie,
Thank you for
having
coming
me here.
and for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you so much, Lucie.
Thank you.